Hey, y'all. Where y'all at? 10 viewers. We're like 3 minutes early. 21 viewers. Hey, y'all. Someone just called me from the community chat, and they told me to tell y'all that if you try to download your what was it called? Your receipts or something from Dinar or something, maybe from Exchange of America or one of those Dinar chats, you guys need to be careful because February 1st, they will not do that any longer. So you need to be careful about that. I'm going to do some early shout outs before it's 7 o'clock. We got 3 minutes. Ooh-hoo-hoo. 85 viewers. Okay, we got Bambi in the house. One of their members called Tony right before live, just said they came from the bank, exchanged at 443. Well, Braylon, tell them to call me. Babe will post the number up.
They already have. That's the conversation they were having earlier.
Okay, well, so call me. Call in.
The number
immediately.
Oh, you told me to tell them 30 minutes.
Okay, well, 30 minutes is fine, but if they exchange right now at 443, I think they can break protocol one night. What do you think, babe?
Well, I asked the question of the bank. Nobody seems to know about the bank, so we'll see how this conversation goes.
Okay, babe's got it under control.
Because that's the main question. Everybody, the person kept saying that somebody traded in their currency. So please tell me the bank. I would love to know so I can be there to exchange.
Me too.
Because then I'm not going to work tomorrow. Okay.
I ain't going to work now.
I'll be up at Chase like,
y'all, I got my hair down. I told y'all my hair was a mess. I got my hair down.
We ready to start?
No, we got 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Got my team strong.
It's cold.
1 minute. Hello.
I should get that blanket.
You got 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that blanket. Daisy, move. Come over here.
Would someone please give Pat? Okay, thank you, babe, for giving Pat the phone number. Yeah, y'all, I had to let my hair down tonight. I'm sorry. I know a lot of my viewers will not understand this, but I do have long hair. It's not that I have an afro. I have dreadlocks, and yeah, my hair is very long, so, you know. A lot of y'all think that because we are here, we're not going to be here. We're going to be here until we're done being here. So tell your favorite guru, I'm a Kanga guru, and I'm going to be here until I get tired of being here. They need to do their own investigation and shop their own stuff and quit jocking my stuff. Read my material. Hey, honey.
Cold.
I'm getting the side-eye cold.
67 degrees up here.
Wow. But it's like 40-something minus degrees in Minnesota, so it's a blessing. Thank God we're in the warmth. It's 7 o'clock. It's Wednesday's show. Tonight's show is about what we call listen to what's not being said. We almost got 200 people in the house tonight, and thank you each and every one of y'all for being here. Known or unknown, thank you for being here. And ladies first.
I am April Beebe.
And I am Mr. Brando. And thank you for being here for the reinstatement of the Iraqi Dinar, the status of the Iraqi Dinar IQD. Right? Is that right? Okay, thank you. Tonight I thought, like last Wednesday night, we start off with a really cool quote, okay? And I talked to y'all last night about corruption, so tonight we're going to talk about doing your homework, right? The quote is this. It's from Oscar Wilde. It says, and it's from The Happy Prince, I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. The quote is, I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying, by Oscar Wilde. Okay? I know you guys know what I'm saying, so we're going to get started. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to connect more dots. We're going to make some people understand where we're coming from, and those that didn't, I hope this clears it all up for you, right? Mm-hmm. So, the Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, wait a minute. The Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, Mahdi al-Awlaq, on Wednesday, the reason for delaying the move to improve the investment environment and private sector in Iraq. Wait a minute. The Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, Mr. Brando, someone told you today that they thought that you said that that was supposed to be Hamid al-Ghazi. Is that not right? Didn't someone purposely tell me that today? I think someone reached out to me today and said, Mr. Brando, you are wrong. And a matter of fact, your favorite guru mentioned me on their show. I think so, right? But of course, this is about doing your homework. So I'm gonna read this article one more time before I go forth, okay? Because if you're gonna steal my stuff and jock me, then at least do your homework. Be a man of your word. I'm not gonna mention your name because you ain't worth mentioning. But if you're gonna mention my name, at least say the whole name. The Deputy Governor of the province of Kar Sadiq Hamid said on Monday, now this was the 21st of January, today's the 30th, the federal Prime Minister Abdul Mahdi was given a prominent position of coalition led by Motik al-Sadr and remained only sign of the measure. Hamid said in a press statement that the coalition would nominate Hamid al-Ghazi, head of Kar province, to take the post of Secretary General Council of Ministers. We are waiting for the resolution to be issued because all parties have agreed on this and they only have left their duties. The signing of this is only a matter of time. So quit jocking my stuff. Keep my name out your mouth. If you're going to jock my stuff, I'm going to give you your name because your name ain't worth mentioning. But if you're going to watch my show, at least get it right. And say it all the way through and you say it. Have respect. Allah said during a seminar held by the Federation of Iraqi Chamber of Commerce today, his follow-up, Economy News, that Iraq has reached a stage of recovery after a war with tumultuous, and now Iraq is returned of displaced 7%, while the remaining 30% disturbed among the provinces. He stressed, I'm skipping, he stressed the measures of the future improving investment environment and private sector in Iraq delayed due to concerns about the elections. Now, we've talked about the elections and after the format of the government, stressing that the coming days will witness the actual beginning of the application of these procedures. So revert back. I told you guys tonight's show is about let's look over what's not being said, okay? What's not being said is if they're going to activate the private sector, which they've talked about, the budget already addressed that by huge figures, right? So the budget already addressed the private sector, right? Now, with the concerns of the formation of the government, we've already talked about that. So if no one becomes the Interior Minister or the Interior of Defense, by proxy, Mahdi will take those positions, correct? Am I right or wrong? Crickets. You're not going to answer?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, because no one else is here with us right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the question.
The question was, I read this a week ago, that if Mahdi would not issue someone for the Interior Minister and the Interior of Defense, because they go hand in hand, would he not take those positions himself?
I'm not sure.
Well, we talked about that last week, so.
Okay.
Thank you. Would someone please chime in the chat? I already went over this last week. Thank you. That's like awesome. Okay, y'all. So yes, I went over this last week that Mahdi can, by proxy, take over those two positions. And I already provided a couple articles that said he was already awaiting a long term for those positions to take place. So if he would not do so by administrative red card, which he looked up, he could actually call those positions by name if he wants to, but he hasn't done so yet. But yes, he has the authority to command those positions by his force. So now, Hamid, we know, is going to take over the position. It already said so on January 21st. They haven't taken over the positions. Just as we know that the other proxy positions that were filled before, or not proxy, the positions that were filled before have not taken over because of they're out right now. So it's kind of a point of limbo. Now, so everybody got that correct. Hamid Al-Ghazi will take over as the Secretary General of the COM when his time for the other post has finished, and he will take over. Done. Okay, now this is huge. Now this is the reason why the thumbnail, and I don't know if y'all saw it tonight, had half for Iraq and half for stocks and bonds. The first educational event and trading competition organized by Ignite Brokers in Iraq in an effort to educate the public and those who are interested in trading in the local and international financial markets, or providing them with the latest financial sector developments, tools, and ways to profit and avoid risk. They have announced that they're going to host a big-time training seminar that's going to be gamification, and I'll go over that in a minute with you. It's learning 5 secrets of successful trading and winning a $5,000 prize. So if you're going to look at this, it's a competition. It's aimed to encourage participants to learn to trade and test their capabilities in a live trading environment. Now, you're going to ask yourself, what's not being said? Why would you ever train your people, or train the public for that matter, to be in a live trading environment if it's not A, international, and B, not for some money involved? That's why they're giving them a prize. Gamification is a 21st century term that goes with teaching people something that's difficult for them to learn. But gamification is a big time thing because it teaches people a hard thing and it gives them an opportunity to do it live. So you feel me on that? That's called gamification. That's what they're doing. The session aimed to introduce the latest news of stock markets, bonds, and other local and international financial assets, and provide the attendees with the necessary information and knowledge to master trading and risk management for a profit, taking and avoid losses. So why would you have stocks and bonds that you're trading? This is not what's being said. So I'm telling you, we're training you to trade profits and not losses on an international platform with a prize, which is called gamification, if you're not going to be successful in the trading process. Does that make sense?
DJ Khaled?
What don't you understand?
I was getting ready for another question.
Okay, so I keep going, or you want to ask your question?
Okay. Brando, I thought you said Mahandi already took the last 2 spots.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
I'm getting to that. No, I told you there were only 2 spots left, interior and defense. Mahandi can by proxy take those positions, yes. Has he taken them? Obviously he has not, because he hasn't said so. But I'll read you another article, just like I told you about the COM, the Secretary General. I'll read you an article about that in just a few seconds. But first, I have to clear up another guru's mess, because a guru can't read, or they can read, but they only choose to read the things they want to, and they always get it mixed up, right? So the guru's mess was this. They said that Sauter said that he's going to take over the CBI. Sauter's going to do that, who has no economical education at all, who's a mystique. I don't even think he's ever mentioned what he is, but obviously he's never looked it up because he's always watching my channel. He should watch it more thoroughly and watch it all the way to the end, not the first 15 minutes, and quit jocking my style. But since he did it, I'll give you the information. Now write it down this time, okay? Tamimi, in responding to a news story about the nomination of her husband to the post of governor of central bank. It's not true. She says it's what this agency and some other social networking sites, I guess that's your favorite guru, transmitted is not true, which we will into too. So I'm not giving him more energy. He should read and do some more homework, like the first 2 articles, like I do, and then he wouldn't have these mistakes. Quit watching my channel. Give me credit. Speak my whole name when you do.
DJ Khaled.
All day long. DJ Khaled, Mr. Brando, not the dark community, Mr. Brando. Fool. He should read. Shouldn't be a second language. The speaker participants in this was important. Al-Habosi, if the international community is willing to help, the road to be shorter. What this is an interview between the Speaker of the House and one of a news agencies is talking about the synopsis of them having alliances that are formed in the government and having the opportunity to go out there and to complete the phenomenon that was strengthened out the against the Daesh to work should be successful. On the other hand, pointed that Iraq fought a fierce war on behalf of the whole world. Yeah, they said that. But it's really, really kind of unique that the speaker reviewed the most important challenges and requirements, stressing that it needs more joint work and efforts at the executive and legislative level. So if I'm going to go back one article, we're talking about Tamimi. That means if you're listening to what's not being said is a lock is going to be replaced. If you're not hearing that, hear it from the last article I read to you. I'm joking about your gurus. He's fine, whatever. They're fine. But if you're going to think about it, think about what's not being said. Tamimi says they're not going to replace a lock. A lock we already know is going to be replaced because he's unliked. Now, the second article says that Al-Habosi is in a kind of an interview or something about parliamentary delegation and with the London House, and the synopsis was that there are a lot of challenges facing Iraq in the next phase. Well, what's not being said is exactly what is the next phase. Is it reconstruction? Is it the passing of the COM? Is it that the COM has already passed and we don't know? Is it the project to delete the 3 zeros? Or is it the fact that the stocks and securities environment is already saying that they're ready all the way back to January 1, that they're ready to go forward? So it's very interesting for what's not being said right there. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Now, the Iraqi Minister of Planning announced today the minister's strategic plan to support and empower the construction sector in order to achieve real partnerships within the government efforts to support the private sector and enable it to play its role as an active development partner for many economic sectors. For the allocation of the ministry, 40% of the private sector of the volume of the investors that will be witnessed in the Iraqi years, according to what contracted in the 5 development plan. So they're saying 40% of the ministry is going to be the private sector in exchange for the independence from Iran. Now, again, we've already mentioned this in the 2 other articles. The thing that you got to ask yourself is, why do they want to be independent of Iran? Because if they lessen their stranglehold on Iran, then they're able to go forward with opening up trade partners to other areas that have A, accessibility, more money, and B, not under sanctioned money or under the scrutiny of America. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, in exchange for independence from Iran, Britain provides $40 million for the reconstruction. So what's not being said is, if you don't fool with Iran, we'll give you $40 million. That's the point. The pound will match it at $30 million. I thought it very interesting in the CBI website that they were actually mentioning tables of gold, because I don't know if they were mentioning it for the point of gold bullion, because I think they're like the 37th region, I guess, in Iraq that holds the most gold, but they were talking about gold in coins and in grams and in bullion. What's not being said is, where are the lower fills and where are the lower denominations? From that article right there, I'm taking, where are the lower fills and where are the lower denominations? Are they on their way? A lot of people have already speculated and said that they think another article is going to come out and speak on that. But I'm telling you guys that just like before, there'll be no article about it. They're going to put out lower fills. They're going to put out lower denominations. It will be scarce at first. And as I find it out, I will post either the currency itself, or I'll find out whether it's easily in circulation where everybody has it. Okay? This was from January 29th, which was 2 days ago. I I didn't say this, but I heard it somewhere that I think Mr. Frazier told me this, that the PM had the ability to produce what's called a red card. A red card is a writ which has the ability for the actual PM to go ahead and like do whatever he wants. It's kind of like an overridden statement. It says the PM is solely to choose administrative candidates. Dispute continues. The coalition referred to its existence of some political parties to nominate Fayed for the Minister of Interior in Abul Mahdi's government, considering it as one of the main obstacles in the cabinet. Mahdi will have to overcome a dispute between political blocs in case to continue, and to introduce independent candidates for the vacant ministers. Will he choose himself? Dahakli called on the political parties to end the disputes during the current parliament recess and to settle on candidates for their security ministers. So if you're going to look for what's not being said is where's Halabusi? Who is he negotiating with? What other political blocks that he's talking to? And are there any resolutions within those blocks? Remember, everybody wants the same thing. As far as we're concerned, we don't care who heads up the interior or defense, as long as the CBI is in check with where they allocate those funds from the donor conference to. Right?
Right.
Okay. That's the news. I'm done 12 minutes early. Do you have any questions? Questions?
Not for me so far.
Anybody in the chat?
Kevin had something funny to say. You're talking about searching for the Lord, or what was going on with the lower denominations. He said he went to the bank today and gave the teller $20 and got 2 tens back.
Well, Kevin, actually, you know what? That's what we're all hoping for. That's called fractional banking. When the Iraqi people are able to do so, they'll be able to go to the bank and tackle on fractional banking, which is huge. If they get those lower denoms, KD bar the door.
No NDA.
I'm happy for you. We have 10 minutes till calls. We got 320 viewers in here. If someone wants to call early, it's all good.
Pat P, call in. You asked for the number earlier.
Pat P, go ahead and call in. It's time. Hey, Peter. Hey, sis. That's Bambi. Not you, Siri. Hey, Seamus. Thank you for all the information you always give. Hey, Sam. Good evening. Are you back from China, Sam? George is in Sylvian Lake. Hey, Ginger. Hey, the Dreamer. Hey, guys, and this is my other thing. So if you guys have an opportunity to go out and see an opportunity for us to talk to any other YouTubers or people that talk about the Iraqi dinar, please pass on the phone number. You guys can copy, paste it from the chat, put it in their chat, and ask them to call in.
William asked, what happened with the Zimbabwe consulate?
Nothing. They actually told me that I couldn't talk about it until the reforms were done in the months coming. They told me we would not discuss it at all. I don't know why.
Multidimensional says, in my opinion, the only holdup is the deep-seated corruption all throughout Iraq, GOI, CBI, IMF, WB, WTO, USA, etc. All people behind these letters, and those people are evil, corrupt, and power hungry. There you go.
Okay. Well, that happens.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, you're live.
Hey, Mr. Brando.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, not much. How you doing, Miss B?
Hey there, good freezing.
Yeah, same here. I'm in Jersey, so yeah, I'm getting a little bit of the cold, but not as bad as the Midwest. So I wanted to go over quickly. Just remember that last video, I believe it was, and the one that you guys did on the fractional banking. I know that I had asked about the lifting of 3 zeros that they were going to do off the currency and not the rate.
Uh-huh.
You know, that was the opinion that Mr. Brando had, and so my question is, if they, let's say they do it off the currency, and then the dinar, let's say 25,000 dinar note that we hold here in the U.S.
Mhm.
You know, does that in effect go to, let's say, if they take the 3 zeros as 25 dinar, and then multiply that by, let's say, the international rate, if it comes out at $3, let's say, so would that be just a $75 note? That 25,000 dinar note becomes a $75 note in the U.S. versus in Iraq, because then technically people holding 25 million dinar notes or 25 million dinar in the U.S. only come out at $75,000. So they're not making money. You know what I mean? Like,
hold on. No. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. What's your name one more time? Pat? So you paid a tenth of a penny for it, right? Think about it.
Yeah.
And you come up on 75,000. Did you win or did you lose?
Oh no, it was a win, definitely. There's no doubt about that. That's a win. Definitely.
But it's not the win we want. I get what you're saying. See, I think I think as a whole, the dinar community takes 1,000% loss. I mean, a win as a loss.
Well, I think it's managing expectations, right?
Correct. I mean, it's my whole idea of this is like, I got into this for millions, not hundreds of thousands, right? So I agree with you, but I'm saying it's worst case scenario. If you're holding 25 million, but you get 75,000, but you paid 10,000 for your currency, you're still up $65,000.
Right. That I 100% agree with you. So that's why I just wanted to see, like, if I was wrapping my head around that, lifting in 3 zeros off the currency correctly, because, you know, it just didn't make sense. And if, let's say, they don't come out at $3, let's say, for example, and they just floated from 11.90 wherever it is, you know what I mean? Even then, you still do well, you know, make out well, because you have to wait a little bit until it gets to a rate that, you know, people are happy with exchanging.
Exactly. And that's my whole point to this is be grateful for everything and entitled to nothing. You feel me?
Right.
Be grateful for everything. Now, I'll lose views. I haven't got the same views I got when I was talking to John. I'm not going to lie. I was getting, when I was talking pie in the sky and everything was great, I got more views. But you know what? The honesty in it is, if there are scenarios that are going to take place, we and you and me should be prepared. And if we're not, shame on us. We knew better.
Right. And that's what I said. My reason for that is this is the lowest. I'm thinking the minimum that I can go in and exchange for. And if anything comes out better, or if it's not even, if it comes out, let's say 75,000 for 25 dinar, I still made out better than what I was hoping.
Exactly.
So you know, like you said, you have a low expectation. Don't go in assuming you're gonna get way more than what you paid for. But
exactly.
in the end, if it happens more, then I guess the more better. But
then we're grateful. We're ultimately grateful, and we thank every higher being above us for it. But we're not entitled to a damn thing.
Makes sense.
Exactly, bro. Hey, man, thanks for calling in. Okay.
No problem, bro.
Call anytime, bro.
All right.
Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hey, whoever that no caller was, call back. No caller ID. I didn't get it. We were talking to our good friends, Pat. The 100th monkey, I farted. Well,
what?
They say, excuse me.
What? Oh my gosh.
Hey, sis, Bambi. Yes, I'm always going to keep you guys up to date. Now, on Fridays, we're not going to do so much news. I'm going to collab with a friend of mine that is the one that's doing those large purchases for those entities. And we're to collab on some scenarios. And me and Ms. Bieber will follow up on those scenarios on Saturday. So you won't get those. You'll get the notes Friday night from our scenario, right? You'll get the whole plan. Mm-hmm. On Saturday, you and I will go over the layman's term of it to go slower for everybody else.
Okay.
And on Sunday, you'll have a whole video to reference off of that. Okay, scenario, Friday. Notes by Friday night or Saturday morning. New video by Sunday to go over that. Now, there'll be all kinds of scenarios, all the way from something that I think is completely wild to completely mild. So the very first couple of things I'll talk about are what's going on with the auctions, and I'll talk about derivatives. I'll talk about a lot of stuff. But I'm going to only talk to you guys about things that I think are pragmatic that will help you as the average everyday dinar holder will have in your hand, not of some pie in the sky or cabal. So if you're looking for like baby's bloods and dragon's bloods and all that, check out now. I'm not doing it no more. It's not going to happen. Okay. So Look for pragmatic, real things that can happen. And I will give you my answers to those, and you will be able to download those and dissect them for yourselves, okay? Braylon, he said on Tony's call, he said one of their members exchanged. Hey, Braylon, can you have this Tony fellow call me? I don't know who he is. Oh, no caller. There you are. Hello?
Oh. That's terrible.
Hello?
That's a computer.
Aliens just called. You guys, I am the first person to ever talk to aliens. That was live on the internet. That was my phone. I really did talk to an alien. Did you see that? Did I talk to an alien? I'm a Kanga guru and I talked to an alien. I'm just saying. Yeah, Tony got busted for lying about Dinar.
Really?
Yeah, he went to jail for
it.
His brother got indicted and everything.
I can't remember. I think it was Neil or somebody mentioned that. And he was saying that in court, he said he didn't even hold any foreign currency. And so somebody laughed about it because they thought he was joking. He's like, and the person said, no, I'm being serious about it. He doesn't hold.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tony got caught up in the federal system and went to jail. His brother, I don't think, did, but he did. And it's unfortunate. I mean, so many people out there lie to you guys about this investment. I don't know how else to put it to you. There's a lot of people that have hate in their hearts. I don't have hate in my heart. If someone wants to talk about the dinar with me, if they want me to call into their show, I'll do it live whenever they want. During my work hours or theirs. If you want to call in live and dispute what I'm talking about or say something different than what I'm talking about, then call me. Don't be a fool. We are all in this together as Dinarians, right? No person's smarter than another, right? So I'm just saying all you got to do is call. Give him my phone number. Say, hey, look, you say this, Mr. Brando says that. He'll call you on your show. But if you don't leave your chats open for responses or you don't call me after you watch my videos, I don't know. Like Nanu, he sends me messages. I shout to Nanu, right? I mean, he sent texts and he says he loves what we're doing. He may not agree with everything we're doing, but he at least sends out a shout out. I respect a man for being a man. But you can't be a man and still, you know what I mean, want to critique somebody, but you're watching their stuff. I don't subscribe, y'all. When you send me stuff about watch this person or watch that person, I don't watch it.
There you go.
I don't watch it because I don't want that in my mindset.
To accept.
I already did. Hey, Heather.
Hello?
Hello?
You're
Heather,
live.
turn down your TV or your phone or whatever, your device. Turn it down. I hear me in the background. And I sound terrible as usual.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
How are you going? It's Kat from Australia.
Oh, you from Australia? No way!
That's Katrina.
I know. Hey, Kat.
Mr. Brando.
Hey, Kat, I got my hair like Aborigine style tonight. What do you think? Kat, what's going on? Check in. What's going on in Australia?
Oh, not too much. It's good to be able to catch you guys. Normally, because I'm working and the time difference is crazy, so.
Kat, you are awesome.
Well, I don't really have anything exciting to say. I just wanted to say much blessings from Australia, and I wanted to ask one thing that no one really says anything about, and that's that although we know the RV is going to happen, we just don't know when.
Right.
And buying the currency is the easy part, right?
Right.
But is anyone else intimidated about going into a bank after it happens and worrying about getting it wrong? Like when you go in there, I don't know, bank lingo, like are they going to try and hustle me? Is it an easy process?
Hey, Kat, can I ask you a question? Being a lady, a real Australian lady, right? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Of course.
Are you married, first off? Are you married?
No, I'm a single mother.
Perfect. Okay, this is a great question for you. So do you ever feel intimidated, like going to like the mechanic or going to like to negotiate something big for yourself or your family?
Yeah, I mean, even when you go to a mechanic, you always feel like they're going to see a female and try and take advantage of you, you know what I mean?
My wife, all the time, we had some stuff done at the house today, right? And she was like, hey, can you handle it? Because I've dealt with these people and I didn't get the outcome I want. They deal with a man differently than they deal with a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I think we're going to do for our channel is when it's time to time to exchange, I'm going to film her doing an exchange of a certain amount of notes at a different bank. And I'm going to go into a different bank and I'm going to exchange and do a different note so you can see the outcome. And I'll post it. I will post it, not for gain, profit, or loss, just to show you what will happen. I think that's an interesting point.
I don't think they'll let us film inside of a bank.
They won't let us film it. What they'll let us do is if you go inside and I sit outside and FaceTime you.
We can just do a story time and I can tell you about my experience. But I'm definitely concerned because when you talk to other people, there's all these steps. Well, I had to have, if we listen to the Rachel caller, mm-hmm. She had her certificate of authenticity, her receipts, when she purchased it. She gave her driver's license number, her social security number. So, I mean, if I bank with Chase, I feel like I shouldn't have to do all of that.
I'm going to tell you guys both what I'm going to do.
I'm just curious how it's going to work. And I wouldn't say concerned. I'm just curious as the process goes, like what's going to happen? What will I need to have with me?
We're going to do it. We're going to do it not live because that's not possible inside of a bank, but we're going to do it like one person, then the other. I'm going to post the receipts, blank out our numbers, our account numbers, our stuff, but you'll see our names. We both hold accounts at a certain bank or two banks, and I'll go and we'll do it like for each bank, right?
Okay.
You down?
That sounds great.
Because I want you guys.
You never know if they're going to ask you to sign forms and do you take someone with you? There's always that concern.
Right.
Think about it like this. We're going to go in there with the idea of this. We're entitled to nothing and grateful for everything. We're going to go in there with humble hearts. We're going to say, hey, look, we think you're exchanging the dinar. We have this note or we have that note and we want to exchange it. Do we need to open up an account? What do we need to do to get this process started right now?
My thought process is just like I did with the dong. I'm going to call my bank. I'm going to ask them, do you exchange it? Because I know for my bank, they stated that the only downtown Houston office where you can actually like exchange per se. But you can order a currency to come to your local branch.
Right.
So
for like a $7 fee, right?
I don't remember, but I'm definitely going to try to go to the branch that they've designated to be able to go to. But first I'm going to call to make sure that they're even exchanging the dinar first. And I want to know their rate. That's another thing I want to know. I want to know information before.
And hold on. There's no back screen rate and foreskin rate and foreskin and back skin and ham hocks and chitlins. There's none of that. There's a rate. The only thing we're going to negotiate is the spread depending on how much currency we exchange. Do y'all feel me on that? Kat, do you feel me on that?
I do understand, yes.
And Kat, you are the bomb.com. You've been around since like the early days. And guess what, Kat? We're not going nowhere. We are here to stay. We're getting comfortable in this YouTube chair. Are you getting comfortable? Look, y'all can't see it, but Babe bought a big leather plush chair. She's comfortable.
This is my office chair, you guys. I do taxes and I need a decent chair. So sorry.
And I'm sitting on a milk crate because I ain't never had nothing.
He's sitting on my vanity stool because he refuses to bring his precious chair up here because it's way better than this one. You think I'm sitting well?
Y'all, we've been doing this. We got lots of investments. We're going to include everybody. And Kat, you are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, guys. Much love from Australia. God bless you both.
Bless
much
you
love
too.
you,
Thank
Kat.
you
Kat. I love Kat. Thanks, Kat. I've been waiting for you to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Shout out to Australia. We love you guys. That's love, y'all. Anybody can call. Have your favorite YouTuber call. Have your gurus call. Have your friends call. Have your mom call. Have anybody call.
So Neil says, remember, Miss BB, the bank wants the currency that you have at that time. They don't give a donkey's poop about any verification paperwork when verifying your currency. They'll verify your currency. That's it.
That's not true. For what's not being said, since I'm playing on that for my show, remember that whole thing about funding terrorism. You can't withdraw 10,000. You can't put it in the bank so much money either, I bet they're going to look at that like funding terrorism. It's not they're going to want all this documentation, but what they are going to expect is a chain of command, right? They're going to look for a chain. So you can't just say that they don't give a donkey's poop. Yeah, they do. How'd you get the money? It's like a drug dealer. So how'd you get this $50,000, Mr. Drug Dealer?
But let me ask you this. So what do you think they're going to ask for then? Do you think they're going to want proof of purchase?
No. I think they're going to want to ask for you to know certain questions. When did you purchase the currency? Not for a receipt. When did you purchase it? Why'd you purchase it? Right? They're going to try to trick you into questions, in my opinion. You're going to be stuff like, well, I bought it for revaluation. So you bought it as a...
I bought it as an investment.
No, I bought it because one day I was going to go to Iraq. I didn't know when. Why would I admit it's an investment? Why?
Or because I do collect currency
from around the world, right?
Right. So I'm a collector.
Right. So you don't have to admit you bought this for an investment. I think using the words investment, unless it's for exchange, or a whole lot different than saying, why'd you buy this currency? I bought it because I collect foreign currencies from around the world. I collect fiat currencies.
Okay, you just said unless it's for an exchange. Well, you're exchanging it for USD.
Exactly, but I don't need to divulge I collect it for as an asset. An asset, as we were defined in our earlier videos, was for taxation purposes. So why would I ever utter anything that's going to get me taxed?
Well,
I collect foreign currencies. I collect stamps. And all of a sudden, this stamp becomes valuable. I go turn it in. It's worth so much money. Can I exchange it for currency?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy the stamp for that reason, but I'm asking.
Yeah.
My point with the currency. You want to be nice. You want to be humble. You want to be everything. But my whole idea here is that if there's such a thing as long-term and short-term, whatever you guys call it, what do you call it? What'd you call it?
Call what?
Long-term and short-term what?
Capital gains.
Capital gains. Then that argument stands true. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, who is this?
You're live.
Hi. Hey, Mr. Brando, Miss Phoebe, this is Ed. How are you?
Hey!
Hi, Ed.
What up, Ed?
I love you guys. I have to tell you, I really, really do.
We love you, Ed.
I'm not going to keep you. I know you're very, very busy, but I'm probably behind because I was at the gym, and I hear you talking about what to expect when you go into the bank. The one question I had is I think you have to call in ahead of time because of the amount of money. You mentioned that before. Banks just don't have that type of money sitting around.
Ed, you're not going to walk out of the bank with that amount of money. You can forget it. You're going to have to make an account.
Right. So, and I think you do have to open up an account.
Yes.
And guess what's attached to your account?
What, your social?
Yes.
And what's attached to your social? Taxes.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that answers your tax question to a certain degree.
I don't think you need certification because if you bought it from a bank or you bought it from an exchange, but you're probably going to have to prove maybe receipt and then give your social in order to open up the account.
Correct.
I agree. Ed, you smart. You very smart.
And that's
the only question I have is that I think as a group, because I do have a couple of people, you have a better opportunity of negotiating a better rate if you go as a group rather than going individually.
Okay, can I argue that point with you for 1 second?
Absolutely.
So first of all, if we're going to do it as a group, one person has to go in there with all the currency, correct?
Say it again?
If we're going to do it as a group, one person has to hold the currency, correct? Because the bank, like if it was me, you're buying my card, you got the money?
Being prepared to open each individual account. Let's say it's 10 of us. We're each going to open an account and we negotiate the rate based on how much money we're talking about exchanging.
Then if I was a bank, Ed, I'm just being devil's advocate, okay? If I was a bank, this is just me, okay? You know what I would tell you? Do you know what I would tell you, being Mr. Brando? Bring in each account holder and I will negotiate with them specifically. If one person doesn't have that dinar to negotiate with me, I'm not going to negotiate that as a group.
Well, I think, didn't he say go in as a group, right?
Now you're going to go in like 100 strong or 200 strong?
Or like 10 people.
No, but let's say we go in 10 strong.
Yeah, that's
and each of us are holding whatever we're holding.
right.
It would be a better way to negotiate the rate.
Interesting point. No.
That's the bottom line.
I will retract my statement. Ed, interesting point. I never thought of it like that way. If you went in 10 strong with, let's say, $1 million a piece, we got 10 million we're going to put in this bank. Right?
Right.
What are you going to give us for on these spread? What are you going to give us on the spread?
Right.
Exactly.
Good point. I can't argue that.
The funny thing is, in our private conversation, that is what, before we got married, remember,
we've always been married.
Anyway, but no, you had that same idea. You don't remember?
Babe.
Anyway.
Y'all, Miss BB needs the Hirsch. Telling all my damn ideas.
I love you guys, and every once in a while, my wife comes by and she peeks over my shoulder and she wants to know what Miss BB's drinking.
look, it's so cold tonight. I ain't even drinking nothing. I'm freezing. But normally I'm drinking some sort of margarita.
I noticed tonight you're not drinking anything.
I'm freezing, and he got the air on in here.
I got my hair down and my team strong. I'm so excited. I want to break the damn internet, y'all. I am so excited about our investment. I love my investment. I love what we're doing. I even love the people that follow us, the haters. I love them too. Because you know why? We're all going to be at the bank and we're all going to have a story.
Just one last thing before I go. I listened to, I think his name is Nano.
I like Nano. He's good people.
I was listening to him the other day, and he said he started off his show. He said, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Brando.
Aww. See there?
So I thought that was nice. And last point, you've been really shunning me on the sound effects. What's going on?
Oh, Lord, don't bring up the sound effects.
Y'all know I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. Miss BB, don't let me do it.
I have no control over this one.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Nano, but I got to run, okay? I got another call.
Very good. Thank you.
Mad love. Mad love.
Oh, Sandra said BB&T Bank has them for sale.
Angelia, what's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing, April?
Hey there.
Ooh, call me by my government.
Is it Miss BB?
You did. Look, don't call me by my government. You know I'm a kangaroo girl.
He's so crazy.
I was calling. I work for a bank.
Mm-hmm.
And, actually, I work for Bank of America.
Okay.
And I've been asking a lot of questions about the exchange. And what I was told, if you come in, if you have an account, all you have to do is you're not gonna walk out with $1 million. They're gonna deposit it, give you a receipt. They're gonna certify that money with the Treasury, and then that money will go into your account.
Okay.
That flags the IRS depending if it's over $10,000.
Will you hold on. Will you please? Do you have Facebook?
Yeah.
Will you go to Mr. Brando's Facebook fan book page, my fan book page, inbox me so Miss BB can see it. I need to keep you so where we can talk to you, but without, I don't want all the public scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to talk to you.
But I like what she's.
But let her go. No, baby, let her go. I'm just saying, I need to keep in contact with this person. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So do your thing. Okay, I'm sorry.
So let her finish.
Go ahead.
So they goes to the Treasury. They verify funds. They verify the currency.
So how long is that process?
I don't know the process. I can find out how long it'll take. But after now, it's the only way your account gets flagged for terrorist stuff if you sending money to states that's on the countries that's on the list.
Right.
We have a list of and we take these classes once a year. Know your customer, know all this stuff that's got sanctions and stuff on it. So when a red flag will come up if you dealing with sending money somewhere you shouldn't be sending money. But with they don't care about the taxes. If it's $1 million, they're going to put $1 million in your account, and then you can have it transferred to whatever trust, whatever you want to do after that. But IRS, then you have to verify with the IRS if it's capital, what kind of gain you
Right.
pay off.
But the other question I wanted to ask you, so when you go in to turn in your
exchange.
currency, are they going to ask you like questions like where did you obtain the currency?
No.
Okay.
No, because they're gonna go make sure they're gonna make sure it's good currency. They don't care where you got it from. I purchase currency from my bank. I just turn it in. They don't ask me nothing. They count it, put it in my account.
Okay, question.
You know,
what currencies do you hold?
I have dong. I have the illegal one now that I need to figure out what in the world.
Don't say no. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay, then what else?
The illegal one I got. Of course, the dinar. I have the South Korean won.
Good one.
In the rupee.
You are the. I'm not supposed to cuss no more. My viewers said I shouldn't cuss as much, so I'm stopping for my cursing.
That's just.
But you're the shit. Love it.
And that's what I know. Even I don't actually work in a branch. I work in the corporate part, legal. So, but I have contact. I bank with them. Plus, I work.
Do you have contact with the foreign currency exchange people at your bank?
No, I actually don't. But when you go in there, the person that normally that branch manager, they can help you.
Okay.
Okay. But would you reach out to Miss BB?
Hold on. What is your name again?
Angelia.
Okay. So inbox Mr. Brando on his fan page, and I'll definitely want to stay in contact with you.
Or is there a way she can identify herself in the chat where you can just click on her some way? No? Angelia, I just want to be able to keep in touch with you. So if you message me as a text message on this number, I'll give it to Miss BB so we can stay in contact, okay?
Yeah, and you're on Facebook too, right?
I want to ask you guys a question. Did you guys go to Brayman when he was here in Dallas?
No,
No.
I could have sworn I saw you guys there. It must have been another couple that looked like you.
Okay, can I share something with you?
Dallas.
Can I share something with you? And I'm a huge Breitling fan, but the person I've been collabing with about theories and institutional buying, he does not subscribe to him. And my whole thought process is there's so much misinformation out there, and I love Breitling. But he tells me stay away from him because the information he's not giving is true. And I like him, but we have to stay true as a group. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
I want to know, what does he talk about at those seminars?
Did you go to the seminar?
Yeah, I went to Dallas in August. He was here, I think, August the 17th, 18th. One of those days, one of the Saturday, and it was actually good. Bob the tax man was with him.
God bless Bob and his heart troubles.
Yes, but we got a lot of good information, and then it leads you into another investment.
What was the investment? Can we ask you that? What was the investment?
I'll tell you that on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
It leads into other investments that normally only elites can get in, but they found a way as a group to get in.
Do you feel like you were pressured into that, or was it like you wanted to do it?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It was actually awesome.
Well, please inbox me. Please.
Yes, let's stay in contact.
Please, I will put you in a private chat group immediately.
Because I want all the.
You have my phone number. So
let me see.
Hold on. Miss BB's about to get it. Hold on. Don't go nowhere, okay?
Oh, that one. Where is your own?
No, baby, stop.
I'm sorry to keep
that one.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
You got it?
I'll go back
Text
to your
her.
phone. I got it.
Oh, she gonna go through my phone, y'all.
Let's knock it off. I gotta stay in contact with her because I want all the tea, the receipts, all of that. So.
Y'all, this is the bomb.com.
Take this in consideration, guys.
Okay.
Certificate of authentication. Wow, I can't even pronounce
authenticity.
It's irrelevant.
It is. Okay. Good to know.
People gave that just to make people trust.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a bank, when you buy currency from a bank, they don't give you a certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think there's just a form you fill out, right? And then that's really it when you order currency.
You don't get certificates. That was something make sure this is authentic.
Can I ask you one question?
The banks don't ask you for all that.
Okay.
I have 2 questions I want to ask you. Just 2.
Go ahead.
Okay.
May I ask?
Go ahead.
Sure.
1, who do you follow on YouTube?
You guys.
Brightling.
I do a lot of reading, and I'm also with. I listen to Frank, Walk and Stick, and all those guys.
Okay.
I used to follow 365, but he started kind of gearing. It was more conspiracy theory type stuff, so not meaning that in a bad way.
No, we have nothing bad to say against him.
You know,
yeah, I like facts too. I don't like bullshit.
It's gonna happen because it's their holiday. It's gonna happen because they celebrate this holiday. You know,
Right
that
on.
kind of stuff. So I'm like you. I kind of keep everybody out so it doesn't change my frame of mind.
Exactly.
Right now, I'm just looking at how to protect this asset, how to put it in a trust, how to do all that.
We're gonna do an expose on Friday about the auctions, and I would love your perspective on my Facebook. Send me an invite or Miss BB invite if you
just text her.
or she just text you. So if you feel more comfortable texting Miss BB, do not text me, text her. But she's over my Facebook. So if you send something out there, she can see it. Okay, it's not just me. So I don't want you to think it's something weird like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to stay close.
Well, I got a lot of questions, and I know I don't want to hold up folks' time on the air. So.
Yeah, so I gotta let you go, but ow! I just want to say thank you so much.
Yeah, we're
Finally!
you too.
And welcome to Texas too, Miss BB.
Thank you.
Home of the H-Town.
All right, you have a good one.
I'll watch you guys Friday. You know you my Friday night special. I watch chicken wings and watch you guys.
Oh, hold on. Friday, I'm gonna blow your socks. I got a conspiracy theory out your. I got something so live, and you know what? I'm expecting you as an authoritative banker to go on my Facebook and at least dissect and say that's a lie. Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to.
All right, you have a good one.
Have a great night, okay?
All right, you too.
Have a great night. Thank you so much for calling.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, y'all, that was so live. How are you not feeling that right there? I'm just telling y'all. Y'all don't think I'm crazy. I don't care. But you know what? I'm not out here jacking somebody else's stuff. I'm out here getting my own things. We live in our own lives. We're doing our thing. I'm so very humble and grateful and thankful. What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm not looking at you. I'm reading the chat.
Okay.
What's wrong
Thankful.
with you? Calm down.
My hair is so luscious and long. Okay.
But I just find it interesting.
About what?
The process.
Me too.
So I have some questions, and I kind of want to know about the
Texture.
No, I want to. Yeah, I did text her already.
Okay.
So we'll be in contact. But I'm just curious about some things.
You know what I'm curious about? The scenarios that are leading up to Friday that I'm going to tell y'all about. Probably, I don't know how I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a scenario every Friday until this happens. And then in the middle of the year, I have gotten Mrs. BB's okay. And my friend who gives me the information about the institutional buying from the dinar, I've gotten their okay to go ahead and post up my portfolio for stocks, right? Stocks. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a cryptocurrency guy. I'm not a stock guy, but I have some stocks that I really like. And I'm gonna put money into it, and I just want you guys to follow it. I just want you guys to watch it because
Peter says the caller is genuine and insightful. And notice she doesn't mention the Zim.
Y'all, I'm going to put up my portfolio when it's time. And I just want you guys to follow it for genuinely what it is. I don't care if you like it or don't like it, dissect it, hate it. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. A lot of these guys talk about they're into this and they're into that, but they don't do that.
So remember your boy Kenneth Sales. He's the one that has somebody that work at Chase. And
Kenneth. Yes.
Okay, so listen to this. He says the RV will happen between tomorrow and Monday. Chase said this 2 weeks ago. I told you guys.
Kenneth, if you are right, you are the bomb.com. Will somebody give Kenneth my phone number? Where is Babe?
Oh, she put it out there.
Babe, have Kenneth call me.
She put it out there.
I'll go 5 more minutes, okay, y'all? I'm not just doing this to do it, y'all. I do it because I love it, okay? Oh, my God, y'all. This is so live.
I'm saving her number.
We've got the whole conspiracy theories coming up on Fridays. We've got my portfolio coming up in the middle of the year. You can look at it and research it and look upon it. I've got Miss BB's channel for follow-up, and I'm just trying to say all this stuff. But I want you guys to know that we're as transparent as they come. If you don't get something tonight, you'll see it somewhere else, okay? I'm so grateful and so thankful for each and every one of you. And I'm not going to come back with white lights and this and cabal. And I'm never going to post anything about someone talking to aliens on top of my damn podcast. Those people that do that are fraudulent. And beware of false witness. They quote Bible scriptures all the time. Beware of false witness. Beware of that guru that's been your guru for 10 years that ain't got nothing right. Either through crypto, stocks, which he's never posted, or through the dinar, because he follows me. I'm your favorite guru's kangaroo. What's wrong, baby?
Nothing.
Will y'all, someone else call me one more time? I got 2 minutes before I'm done.
USC.
No one?
It's a wrap. Get out this cold room.
I got one more quote to give. And this is it. I just thank all y'all every day for tuning in. I know it's a hassle. Y'all take time out of your schedule 3 times a week to tune in to do this. And thank you for doing it. And I'm very, very much humble for doing it. And Miss BB, I know she's tired. She gets up at 4 a.m. And I thank my wife for doing it with me. I wouldn't do it on my own. I believe in this passionately. I believe we're going to make money off of it. I don't know if we are or we aren't, but I do know that something's going to happen, okay? And every day I thank you. I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. And with that, I got 1 more minute. And with that, I just want to shout all of y'all, everybody on the chat, everybody that follows, the 48% of my people that watch this that don't actually subscribe, thank you. Each of you that subscribe, hit the like button, like, subscribe, hit the bell, tell a friend, post it anywhere. I don't care. If you got someone out there that wants to talk about the dinar with me, post it to them. Say, call Mr. Brando. Call him. I'm with you all the way to the end, okay? I'm not going anywhere. I'm just getting comfortable.
Yeah, multi-dimensional says Brightling is all about oil, which I agree.
I am too. I mean, I'm all about the markets, but I mean,
a lot of what his conversation's about is based around oil.
Yeah.
And where yours is more around the articles.
Correct. And about emerging markets. The ICO just told us that the emerging markets are retroactive back to January 1st. I already knew that about the other guy. I already told you about them.
Daza says, stay away from Iran. You'll go to jail. It's illegal in the U.S.
Goddamn right. I'm sorry to cuss, but yeah, you're right.
You've been cussing.
I've been cussing?
Yeah.
Do I cuss? Y'all, shout out. If y'all think I cuss too much, will you please post it? I don't cuss that much. I'm passionate about this.
I don't think you even realize that you just play the video back. That's all.
I love y'all. Y'all, it's 8 o'clock. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Y'all be blessed. Get some rest. Tell your favorite guru to call me. I'm open all day long. Talk about the garage. Call me. Call me online next Friday.
About to turn the heat
Theories.
on.
Theories. Call